Good evening, everyone. This is Dee of D Spark Tarot. First and foremost, thank you for liking, for commenting, for subscribing. You're amazing. I'm always, I'm always happy and thankful that people show love. Okay. So a few things. I am rolling out the weekly readings. I started today. I finished the first 6 today. I'm going to finish the next 6 after I finish with this. And then once we're done with that, then it's the rest of them. So, like I said, thank you so much for liking, for commenting, for subscribing. I'm just really thankful. So, we're going to go ahead and get started with what's going to be major for the month of May. So May is focusing a lot on what you have put out. Because April was kind of like getting rid of March's bullshit, but stuff still kept coming up, whereas I feel May is starting to like level stuff out. Okay, we have major dates that are going to be happening in the month of May. So as stated, I am rolling out the weekly readings, and we're getting started with that. So May the 4th is Venus in Gemini, okay? And the card that represents, hi Jackie, Venus in Gemini is, I thought I had it here. I guess it's not. I guess I put it back. It's going to be the Empress, believe it or not. That is someone who is totally good with themselves. They're secure. They're mindful of their place, and there's like harmony all around them. Okay. The Neptune in Pisces, of course, is the Hangman, and that's just dealing with things being stuck in limbo. You're waiting for whatnot. Hi. So Venus and Gemini, which is the Empress, is going to be squaring the Hangman. Okay, so it's like that Empress and Hangman energy. So some of y'all could be experiencing hiccups. You could be experiencing delays. You could be dealing with like how you feel about particular situations. It's just all things are starting to kind of get to you, to be honest. Okay. We can be also very in a state of not really believing things, feeling like disillusioned. Also, too, like just not seeing things for truly what they are, how it's presented to us. This could also be about a friendship. So if you're dealing with issues with friends, this could be a very triggering day. Okay. And I do feel that with this energy, there's going to be a secret that is exposed. A secret does come out. And if it hasn't happened, it will happen on that day or maybe a few days afterward. But this is the energy that's going in transit for the next few days, starting on the 4th. So Sun is also going to be the Sun, which is its own energy. It's going to be in conjunct with Mercury, which is in Taurus, which I told y'all about. That is the Five of Pentacles energy. Okay, so a lot of y'all are going to start to see people for whom they are, and straight up, it's just frauds are going to be fucking exposed. Okay, this is going to be a time where a lot of people in your life, if they've been there, they've been there. If they haven't, they're going to be showing whom they really are. And this is really going to start to make you question their validity in your life. But this is a wonderful time for it to happen. On top of this Pluto retrograde, so you can cut motherfuckers off for free 99. Look at that. Look how universe works for y'all. Y'all motherfuckers don't even realize how great it is. Okay. So there could be the possibility of intense conversations going completely left. Okay. Maybe there's a conversation that's going to be brought up with a friend, and this conversation can go completely left. Argument can ensue, and then motherfuckers are getting cut off. I'm just letting y'all know. So, two things. Like I said, Venus in Gemini is going to be squaring the Neptune in Pisces. So some of y'all have this illusion about what a friendship is and what a friendship should be, and the harmony that surrounds it. Many of y'all don't want to confront. I'm also hearing you don't want to confront issues, but it could be something that could trigger it on on this day, the 4th, it could be a few days before, a few days after, that's going to cause a big argument. I'm just letting you know, if you haven't been, you can feel it. It's almost like you can feel the tension, but you don't want to say it. So that's one, okay? The next one is, we got a full moon, y'all. And the full moon is in the sign of Scorpio. My moon's in Scorpio. So this is going to be a very emotional time for many of us. And many of us are feeling the emotions and the effects of certain situations that are going on in the world and our lives. This is also, for some of us, deep ancestral messages that can be passed on. Okay? The card that represents that is the High Priestess. Okay? The High Priestess, whenever I see that card, I feel like there are things that are finally being revealed to you after this, the 4th of May passes. There's going to be a lot more things that are going to be shown to you, or things you already know that you didn't pull out when you had that argument, when that motherfucker tried to come for your edges. Okay? Just saying, or somebody comes for your edges. However it goes, so that's one, okay? And just know that with that full moon in Scorpio, the opposite of that is the sun in Taurus. So they kind of play on one another. So this is really questioning your power and your strength in this situation. Okay? Something that you might find beautiful in your life about this friendship may not be so beautiful anymore. But the reality is that's okay. This is the High Priestess telling you that you know more than what you think. Okay? So I'm always here. Always trust your gut about someone, situation, whatever. Trust your gut. Okay? So, many of us are struggling with our deepest desires and how we execute that on the physical plane, because we have all these things that are within us, and we can feel it and we can see it and we can bring it from within, but it's not translating in a physical sense. So there could be a lot of confusion, a lot of disruption that is happening. So once again, Venus in Gemini is on the 4th of May. Okay, that's going to square with Neptune in Pisces. So Venus in Gemini, the card that represents that in tarot is the Empress energy, and then Neptune in Pisces, usually Venus. So Venus is representative of the Empress energy, and then Gemini is the Lovers. So but in this case, Venus in Gemini is going to be Empress, and then it's going to be squaring Neptune and Pisces, which is the Hangman. So many of you are starting to question a lot of things in your life when it comes to regards to friendships, when it comes to particular relationships in your life, whether this is business, pleasure, whatever. Like, you're questioning it, and there could be a conversation that's intense and goes completely left. Okay? Full moon in Scorpio, I feel it's going to be a lot of like purging along that, so just be prepared. I'm also hearing that many of y'all need to either put your all or nothing into a situation. If the shit, you want to reconcile it, cool, figure it out. If not, keep it moving. Okay? So that is the 7th. All right? The 11th, Mercury is going to exit Taurus. So remember when I said the energy that represents Mercury in Taurus is the 5 of Pentacles. So, this is us not feeling like we need help, feeling like, what's wrong, Jackie? Many of us feeling like we don't have direction. We're feeling hopeless. We're feeling depressed. We're needing help and it's not coming in. Some of us could be struggling financially. This is all about asking for things and not receiving it. Okay? I'm also hearing here, many of y'all are feeling very misguided. Okay? So I'm asking you, if you do feel this way, like, it's totally okay. It's totally okay to acknowledge this. It's totally all right to feel the way that you're feeling. But don't lose. Oh man, my bad. Act right. Exactly. Act right. So we're going to enter that. Energy is going to leave Taurus, and then here comes Gemini, Mercury in Gemini. Okay. So, Mercury in Gemini is actually the Lovers card, because Mercury rules the sign of Gemini. The Lovers is Gemini. So this is all about fated relationships in your life. This is all about how you feel about them. This is also, for some of you all, this could be communication improving in relationships in your life. I do feel that there could be a reconciliation of sorts if you're dealing with an ex. But like I said, Venus retrograde is coming. It's in the shadow phase. So be careful with this Lovers energy. So if motherfuckers try to come back, it might be that's where that May 4th energy is coming in, because they trying to set you up. You know what I'm saying? Set you up. And we don't want that. Okay? So also too, Saturn is going to be retrograde in the sign of Aquarius. Saturn is in Capricorn, correct? Thank you. It's the Golden Thread Tarot deck. Okay? Golden Thread Tarot. Saturn is in Capricorn, but it goes retrograde into the sign of Aquarius. Saturn be wilding, doing his thing. Cool. We heard you. Heard you. You want to leave shit out and then come back to it? Heard you, Saturn. Heard you. So this is forcing you to be a bit more serious about what it is that you want for your future and who is belonging in that space. Okay? Because Aquarius is a very independent person. And one thing I will tell you, when Saturn hits up, that's the world energy. Like, you have no problem being by yourself. Some of y'all have no problem being by yourself. And this Saturn and Aquarius energy is going to come in and it's going to be like, all right, who can let me do me and be myself without me compromising who I am? Who's going to let me express myself the way that I'm supposed to? Who's going to let me do whatever the fuck I want to do and not feel like I'm shading the fuck out of them, because I'm not. Like, if somebody's going through some shit, like, you let them rock. If you really care about that relationship, you let shit rock. If you care about that job, you let shit rock. Like, you're learning not to take shit personally, like that Capricorn energy. The Aquarian energy is telling you to be independent of that, okay? So, on the 13th, Mars enters the sign of Pisces, okay? I believe it was in Aquarius. Okay, now it's entering Pisces. So the card that represents Mars and Pisces energy is the 10 of Cups. Okay, this is all about you having the fortitude and the ambition. That Mars is all about moving shit forward, pressing shit out. The Mars and Aquarius energy gave you the ability to do that, but now Mars is in Pisces, and that's forcing everything that you've worked hard for to be recognized by yourself. Like, you're sitting here like, wow, I really did that. Like, I'm really fucking happy that I did that. Okay? And this pays off. Like, this pays off for you. And you're seeing that, you know, you're no longer in a space of feeling like you are not that you're not worthy of anything that you have in your life. Everything you have in your life, for those who've been working hard, you work hard for that. Okay? Now, as I said, Venus retrograde starts on the same fucking day. What does this mean? Let me tell you more. So, you on your A game. You doing your shit, shawty. You just doing what you do. You're living life. You're happy. You're successful. You're working on what you need to work on. And then out of the blue, skirt, somebody pops up and you're like, damn, this is an ex. This could be a friend. This could be somebody you worked with before. Somebody's going to pop up out the blue and just see you thriving and try to, like, onto that. And it's like, you're not with it. The Empress energy, whenever I see this is like, someone, like I said, who knows what they're doing. They're very focused. They're very, they have their shit together. But it's going to be in reverse. I'm going to find the card so I can show you. So give me a second. I'm going to find it. Because I had it and then, like, because I want you to see what I'm talking about. Because I see the card in my head, but I want y'all to physically see this card. Remember when I told y'all I couldn't find the other one in my other deck? I just went ahead and ordered another deck. I ordered another deck. So you'll see in the readings. I'll still use that one, but I probably won't use it as much. I'll probably just use it as a reference deck. So yeah, I'm trying to find this Empress card. Emperor. But yeah, like, this is going to be a wonderful time for many of you all to really see how people think of you once they see that you living your best life without them. Like, don't be surprised if motherfuckers come out the blue. They're gonna start, I'm telling you, they're gonna start communicating with you. Don't be surprised if they start coming out the woodworks. You're like, hey, you remember me? No, I don't. No, I don't remember you. All right. Found them. So, the Empress energy. You see here, this person has everything that they need. Okay? It's in reverse. So, when this Venus retrograde is in Gemini, and it's in, that means that everything is just like, nothing's moving forward. Everything is just kind of like going backward. This is usually someone who is not responsible. This also points to some of y'all might just slip back with somebody. Just slip back with somebody. Or slip back in a business deal that you knew that you were supposed to leave behind and you didn't. Okay? This also is a lack of responsibility and accountability in many of your relationships. Okay? So Mercury rules the sign of Gemini, and that deals with communication, that deals with, I'm also hearing here, I don't know why I'm being told this, some of you all need to be careful with your health. I don't know why that's being told to me. Some of you all need to be mindful of your health. I don't know why that's being told to me, but that's being told. Be mindful of your health because there's a situation that could pop up again if you're not careful, okay? That's what I'm hearing. All right. Some of y'all might be dealing with multiple partners at the moment. Live your life. Do you. Not mad. But don't let these motherfuckers get attached to you, or don't get attached to them if you're not ready for that. Okay? So that is the Venus retrograde and Gemini energy. Okay? Jupiter is going to be retrograde in the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn is just getting all... I'm also hearing too, some of you all could be going through your Saturn return, especially if you have Capricorn in your Jupiter, your Saturn, and your Pluto. No, you didn't miss it. I'm going to go over it again. So, Venus retrograde is on the 13th of May. And it is, the Empress represents the Venus and Gemini energy, because Venus is for the overall energy of any of the transits that we have, and it's in the sign of Gemini, but it's going to be in reverse. Okay, so it's going to go retrograde. So taking accountability and responsibility, y'all not doing that. Some of y'all just not doing that. And let's just keep it a buck. Like, y'all don't want to do it. And that's okay too. But just realize, like, you got to be accountable for your own shit. Okay? You know, some of y'all may not want to settle down right now. Y'all going to be talking or wop with other people. Do you. Do you. Live your life. Okay? So, Jupiter retrograde is in Capricorn. I discussed that in another video that I did. It's on my YouTube if you want to check that out. I don't have the energy to go over that again because that was a lot. There was a lot of shit that was happening with that because it's in conjunct with Pluto. Peep that on the YouTube. Heard you. Okay. So, that's the 14th of May. The 22nd of May is the new moon in Gemini. And you guessed it, that is the Lover's card. This is all about just, you know, I'm hearing for some of you all fortifying new friendships, fortifying new relationships that are destined in your life to teach you lessons that I feel are learning in a positive manner. Because a lot of these relationships that you've had to let go of, there was a lot of Five of Pentacles energy, that Mercury and Taurus energy, it just wasn't fulfilling. Just saying. Now this Lover's energy is coming in. This is people that make you feel good, people that you can communicate with, you can have sound relationships with, that balance both parties out. Okay, this can be business, pleasure, friends, whatever. Okay, so be mindful that we do have Mercury in Cancer, and I had that damn card and I put the damn card back. That is the Three of Cups. That's on the 28th. Okay, this deals with I'm hearing like successful things popping off. You could be receiving news about a particular situation that you're going to be celebrating with people that you know. This new moon in Gemini energy is going to set that up for the Mercury in Cancer. Okay, that's the Three of Cups energy. All right, so just to be aware, Mercury, the planet, rules these particular areas of the body. I know I said lungs and hands, but there's also multiple ones too. Okay, your brain, your central nervous system, your thyroid gland, your five senses, your lungs, and your hands. So what this tells me is that some of us can be, I don't know why it's being told to me, some of y'all might know somebody who might be recovering from the pandemic, and you're going to be hearing about that. There's going to be a lot more stories going on with people recovering, and you're going to start to see the plateau. So I'm hearing end of May, early June for everything to start to balance itself out. You won't hear a lot about loss. You're going to start hearing a lot more about people working through this, okay? There's going to be things that are going to come to the forefront where you're going to be like, oh my God, like, how did that happen? You know, in your life, either if you're dealing with someone who, you know, is dealing with this illness, somebody dealing with illness in particular, I feel like there's going to be a 180-degree turnaround if they've been doing what they're supposed to do. Questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. That is what I have for May. There were other transits, but I feel like these were like the most important of the ones that I posted. I'm supposed to be getting another deck today, but I think it's late. Like, everything has just been late shipment wise. And I'm working on some stuff too in the oven. So, you know, so you'll be hearing about that soon. You'll be seeing it soon. I'll just put it that way. I'm really excited about it. Any questions, comments, concerns? Questions, comments, concerns? So what I'm going to do is read these transits. I'm going to do one card for May the 4th, the 11th, 13th, 22nd, 28th, 7th goes here. In regards to the Venus in retrograde energy, or just transits overall, because I went through a whole bunch of transits. There's a lot of transits that are going to be happening in the month of May. I don't feel that there would be a lot of physical contact because I don't get this energy. I do feel that many of us will be reconnecting with people. I do feel that this beginning of May energy is going to present a lot of challenges if they have not been expressed about a relationship. So if the red flags have been showing and you've been trying to hide that shit between your butt cheeks, guess what happened? The shit's going to fall out, okay? People are just going to be shown for whom they really are. So that's going to be on the 4th of May. 3 days before, 3 days after, a few days before, a few days after, however it had. But this transit still resonate either way. I do feel that somebody may, you know, come back, or someone might be apologetic about what they did. So you can expect to see that. Someone could just be seeing you thrive. I'm just saying between the butt cheeks. Just between the butt cheeks. And this Venus retrograde, this is setting up for the Venus retrograde. So you can expect a lot of people to be watching what you're doing, seeing what you're doing, seeing you thrive, doing you, and then boom, they're coming in. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of things that are happening. But I feel like a lot of your relationships that you've been wanting to work more on after mid-May are going to start to improve, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That shit is taking me out. All right. So overall energy for the 4th of May. The Devil card. Okay. The Devil card is, let me show I'm good on time. Yeah, I'm good on time. The Devil card is Capricorn. Okay, so some of y'all could be dealing with the Capricorn, or a situation with the Capricorn. But there's going to be something that comes out. And this could be dealing with the Capricorn. Or this could be that many of y'all are realizing that you are in a codependent relationship, or you have attachment issues in regards to a relationship, and it's shit that you need to work on. This also could represent sexual energy. So maybe some of you all are dealing more with, either dealing with sex work, getting more into that, but realizing it could be conflicting with whom you are spiritually. For some of y'all, you struggle with this. So the devil energy is dealing with a lot of things. The devil, if there's Capricorns right here, no tea, no shade, but I'm just keep it about. Just keep it about. Just keep it about. Just keep it about. Keep it about. So, if something happens, there could be an issue that sparks up. Okay, so that's May the 4th. May the 4th. May the 7th. So May the 4th is Venus and Gemini squaring Neptune and Pisces. Somebody's perception of them and or perception of you might come into question. Somebody might communicate to you about that shit. Might go left. I'm just saying. Full moon in Scorpio on the 7th. 3 of Pentacles. Okay? 3 of Pentacles energy here. I feel that this is a wonderful time for many of you all to work on relationships, work on new beginnings with people. This also can be you expressing something with someone. This is also a wonderful time for rebuilding yourself. I'm hearing rebuild. This is like all about rebuilding. Because I feel like many of you all have been feeling kind of like left out in situations or left out with people. I'm just going over my notes real quick here. Yeah, some of y'all just been feeling left out. Exactly. It's time to build. Sex magic word. This is going to be great. This is a lot of you all really tapping into your root energy and really expressing who you are. This is going to be really dope. Some of you all might be feeling a little bit kind of head in the clouds energy. And this is also forcing you to let go. Sorry, y'all. I'm just looking at my notes real quick. Let's make sure I didn't leave out anything. Make sure I didn't leave out nothing. Yeah, this is a really dope time. Trying to make sure I'm saying everything right that I'm supposed to be saying. Wop 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 wop. Yeah, but that's about it, y'all, for that energy. This is like a wonderful time for you to push new things out, or things that are not been working away. Okay, so that's full moon. That's the high priestess energy too. So this could be a secret collaboration too, is also what I'm hearing with someone, or working with someone. Okay, so the 11th, Mercury exits Taurus and enters Gemini. Okay. Oh, wait, wrong one. Ooh, wow, that was the cover. So I'm going to use this one. Queen of Pentacles. So I'm going to pull one more. I don't know why the cover was in there. Can't find my lover's card, but I can find that, though. I don't know why I still have that. Anyways, so this is many of you all manifesting what it is that you want, and you're sitting in this shit, and you're confident as fuck, and you're like, you know what? I am this shit because I have every fucking thing, and that's cute. Okay, this could be Virgo. I'm also hearing here Capricorn, and I'm also hearing here Taurus. So earth signs. Okay, this is all about you manifesting and creating the relationships in your life you want, and you're settled with that. You've nurtured this. You've worked on this, and it's coming to fruition. Okay, the 13th, Mars enters Pisces at 10 of Cups energy. Okay. This is the 7 of Pentacles. So many of y'all have been waiting for a decision, waiting for something to take off, waiting for something to work itself out. And now it's coming full circle, okay? 7th is all about balance. So this is all about finding that sweet spot. And you're slowly finding that sweet spot by being patient, waiting, and taking the time to do that, okay? All right, the 14th, Jupiter retrograde in Capricorn. 6 of Pentacles, the 6 of Coins. So If I am correct, this Capricorn energy, like I said, this is a lot, has a lot to deal with how you deal with relationships in your life. And I feel like many of you all are starting to treasure your time to yourself, but also with people in your life that matter. Okay, and you're learning to juggle things, and you're learning to juggle with things that are beneficial for you. This is also you giving your time and energy to multiple causes, is also what I'm hearing. So many of y'all could be focusing on donating. You could be focusing on giving to communities who are marginalized or may not be as accessible, or you might not be feeling that they are as accessible to the public. So this is all about giving, okay? Like many of you all are giving your time and your energy, okay? That's usually the Six of Six of Pentacles energy. But when it's in retrograde, you don't feel as giving. And it's not to say that you aren't. It's just that maybe things might be strained right now, or you're trying to find that break that you need in order to do that. And you're taking your time with that, okay? So the 22nd, the new moon in Gemini, the lovers, okay? This is the lovers, and it's the card that represents moon and Gemini card. Gemini is the lovers. You know what? Yes, relationships are coming in. I feel that if the relationship that you're dealing with started before the retrograde, you'll be fine. I just think that you're going to have to be a little bit more calculated about how you deal with this relationship, because there could be things that come up like flags, like you said, red flags that could come up, and you might not be as willing to what's what I'm looking for, deal with it. But the retrograde is always a time of reviewing. So review your roster, boo. Shit, I wish I had a motherfucking roster, but it's all right. I'm taking care. It's, and we've had this discussion, Isla, so we're gonna leave it at that. Okay. So the new moon in Gemini is on the 22nd. The lovers rules Gemini energy. Okay, the energy is coming for that is temperance. So this is you being patient, you being more aware. This is you really sitting with yourself and finding peace. Okay. This is also someone who is knowledgeable and very open. So there could be messages coming in during this new moon energy. Treasure that, okay? Yo, somebody get Nyla. I love the Mercury and Cancer energy for the 28th, because the card that pops up is the Ace of Cups. So this is new emotional beginning. So for some of y'all, you could be meeting somebody new or dealing with a new opportunity that comes. This also could be a relationship, okay? I'm just really happy that it came out the way that it did. Minus that card from the deck that's not supposed to be there, but let's see what it is. Questions, comments, concerns. Does anybody have any questions? Does it make sense with what I'm saying? I know it's a lot of information to take in, but I hope it makes some sense. Please let me know. Let me know. Oh, so I did my nails last Sunday. It's okay. Not really a fan of the acrylic. It was odorless acrylic, so it took longer to dry. So I'm gonna probably put on a new set, like not next week, but the week after. But yeah, anybody have any questions, concerns? I'm gonna do a quick okay, cool. So I'm gonna open thank you. I'm gonna open the space for anybody who has a question about this Venus in retrograde energy. I feel like somebody does, because my big toe hurts, Nyla. And also the full moon energy and the new moon energy. Justin's gonna be fine. I just think that they're gonna have to be more aware of triggering situations in their relationship and just take a woosah. This also can speak of someone being not as affectionate. Well, excuse me. there's like a lack of balance in the relationship via communication, and someone can feel like that you're maybe not being as affectionate, or you're being too affectionate. There needs to be like a what's the word I'm looking for? What's what I'm looking for? A lack of balance, and be responsible and hold yourself accountable if you fuck up. That's it. So does anybody have any questions about the Venus retrograde in Gemini, the new moon, the full moon that's in Scorpio, and the new moon as in Gemini, before I close this sucker out? Speak now, forever hold y'all damn peace. I am high. Let's see here. She said, you're the only one I know. I know being married is a beautiful thing, or being in a union that makes you happy is a beautiful thing, because not a lot of people get to experience that anymore. Because I feel like the society, like, whether you're married or you've been together for a long time, I think this is really fucking beautiful. So congrats, boo. Congrats. Anybody have any questions before I close the sucker out about the full moon, the Scorpio, the new moon in Gemini, or the Venus retrograde? Let me know. Oh my gosh, this was a really nice reading. Like, I didn't feel like it was as intense as like the one I did a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, that Pluto retrograde. That shit was a hot mess. I was not ready for that. Was it last week I did it? Last week, right? Last week I did that. It was a mess. I was like, ooh. Oh, Jackie. Oh. So no one has any questions? No one? No questions? Cool. You sure? Because I'm about to finish up the readings. But yeah, that is the overall energy for this month of May. Which is there anything else? Okay. So being that the new moon is going to be in the sign of Gemini, Gemini is ruled by Mercury. So I feel like, and I think I talked a little bit about this in the last reading, because Mercury and all that. Breathing techniques are going to be really good. Meditation is really great. Also, too, what I'm hearing is, if you haven't, start to write out what it is that you want and value in relationships with people and with yourself. I think that would be a wonderful thing to do for the new moon. You don't have, like, for me, sometimes I don't have energy to do shit on a new moon or a full moon. I just don't have it, and that's okay. Like, don't force yourself to do anything for the new moon. Like, oh my god, like, don't force yourself. If you don't want to do it, your body doesn't want to do it. Usually the energy is strongest the first few days. 3 days, like, usually some people say 3 days before, 3 days after. I like to do it like within like 3 days, because one, that's when the energy is still going, and then it wanes, and then goes to the next sign. But I just think, like, write down what you value and what you desire in relationships, whether it's friendships, whether it's business. Also, too, like, I'm hearing, I've been doing this because I read this the other night. I'm learning about doing, saying I get very tired. My moon's in Scorpio, so I'm already like, can y'all not? Like, I'm already tired, and it's already like the first. Like, it's not here yet. But I get very exhausted during the full moon, and especially now it's going to be in my sign. Well, actually, no, I take that back. The last time full moon was in Scorpio, I was lit to the motherfucker. Like, my energy was like, wow, 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 wow. Like, I was like, yay! I was like a kid who just had, like, who was hyped up on candy. Hyped up on fucking candy. I was out dancing. I was hyped. Some people I knew didn't have a good full moon in Scorpio, but I think it's because, and this is what I feel, I don't know if this is true, if you're a water sign, it's kind of like, it can be a little intense. So, yeah, for me, I've just been writing down things, communicating those things via writing, like what I value in relationships. Also, too, like, if you can do, what's the word I'm trying to find? If you can do, like, a cleansing leading up to it with, like, particular herbs, and I like to use bay leaf. I like to use hyssop. I like to use rosemary, just cleansing stuff, which is really good, and just like write what it is that you want, and then shower and receive that, like while you're taking, your spiritual bath. Not necessarily like a literal bath, but in our tradition, for the Southern folks and those who practice hoodoo, like this is something that we do. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Okay, a good bay leaf. Period. Periodity, periodic table, period. Okay? Like, yeah, but I hope they answered your questions. Yeah, especially during the moon. It's really short. I'm probably going to do one for the full moon. Because I got to cut some shit out. And it's just like, not so much for me, like internally, but externally, I got to cut some shit out. And because a lot of things have been shown to me and revealed. And, but yeah, so any other questions? Yes, writing. Yes, you're welcome. We are right on bay leaves, burn them. I usually write in red ink. Some people write in red ink, some people write in black ink. I like to write, I write whatever I got. Intention is always the main thing, right? And then burn that sucker. Write your wishes. Do that. I would do that during the, oh wow. Yeah, it's real. So, anybody have any other questions, comments, concerns? Please let me know. I'm going to finish. I hope you all, I posted the first 6 signs. I'm going to be doing the second 6 in a little bit. I just needed to like get the signs out that I felt like needed to get that out. And tell your friend to tell a friend. Tell them to check out my channel. Appreciate you. All right. So I guess that's it. I'm going to go ahead and finish churning out these readings. Because I think I did Taurus to Libra. So Taurus to Libra is up. And I'm going to do Scorpio to Aries. So please let me know what you all think. Like, comment, subscribe to my channel. You can like my Insta. Check out my profile. Also, I have Twitter. So if you are on Twitter a lot, oh, I love you too. You're welcome. I hope the readings resonated with y'all. I don't mean to be snatching edges, but it just kind of happens that way. So, yeah, so that is it. Oh, you're welcome. You're so welcome. I really appreciate y'all. Like, oh, thank y'all so much. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna make you cry. Stop. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm really humbled and thankful. I'm really humbled and thankful. Like, I'm glad that this resonates and like people see like the work. We do. Like, we need. Oh, you're welcome. Sometimes we need a good wig snatching. Sometimes we need a good edge snatching. Sometimes we need a punch in the throat. That's okay. We need that, and I'm glad I'm able to provide that. What I'm probably gonna do the full moon on the 7th. I'll probably do a reading. What day is that? What day is the 7th, y'all? Today's the 1st. So that's Thursday, right? So, I'm probably going to do a reading about the full moon in Scorpio energy. I'm going to do a live about that. But I feel like there's a lot of things that are going to be coming up. I'm hearing a lot of things that are going to be coming up about that. So, yeah. So, I hope this resonated with you all. Thank you so much once again. Sucker is hungry again. I just had a full meal. Now I'm hungry again. But, yeah. Take care, y'all. Take care. Thank you so much, and much love. Bye-bye.